Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to Korean Atlantic Mentorship, and we're just gonna do a velocity banking review. And one of the things I want to talk about is that people don't understand how the banking system works and who their most ideal customer is, because for some reason people think that banks do business with poor people, and there have been articles out there, okay, articles, this one's from 2013, about how banks are kind of out of reach for poor people, right? The high cost for the poor of using a bank, and so they got to use those financial services, buy now pay laters, what you call it, the check cashing stores, right? And so, people don't understand who the bank's most ideal customer is. And I don't know if you knew this or not, but 90% of the people in this country can't even get a mortgage. So if 90% of the people in this country can't even get a mortgage, there's a 10% that the bank is ideally targeting, and they only want to target them. Okay? The bank has very high standards, and they're looking for a certain type of customer. Now, what's that certain type of customer that they're looking for? People who have money but are kind of bad at managing it. So, what's a prime example of this? I actually reacted to this, I think a month or two ago, and this is a nurse who's freaking out about $20,000 of credit card debt, and she's in California, so she must make some decent money. And she's like doing buy now, pay laters. She's talking about doing minimums on her credit card payments. And I'm not going to react to this video, but this is the bank's ideal customer. People who have money but don't know how to manage it, right? And she was complaining in this video, "Oh, I'm just making minimum credit card payments." Well, no duh, right? So, we're going to talk about what the bank doesn't want you to do, which is put all of your money into debt and not save any, right? So, if you don't know what velocity banking is, all it is a debt payoff strategy where you throw all of your money into a line of credit, all of it. Okay. You're throwing all of your money into debt with the help of a line of credit. So, the first step to do velocity banking is number one, do a budget, right? So, you see this budget right here. All you got to do is copy and paste the budget, right? And we have to list every single debt that we have. And I'm just going to do this right here. So, this is going to be zero savings. We're not going to save any money, right? And what we're going to do is throw all of our money into debt with the help of a line of credit. So, what's a line of credit? All it is a financial tool where you could borrow money, pay back, and use it over and over again, right? That's all a line of credit is. And so here we're going to assume we have $120,000 in lines of credit, right? So $120,000. So if I take a look here, I got $280,000. That's my home equity line of credit. What does that mean? I click a button. I can literally, with the click of a button, dump 280 up to $280,000 in my checking account at a 7.5% interest rate. So, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna assume we have a $120,000 line, but what's the secret to getting lines of credit? Well, banks don't lend money to people who need it, right? That's the secret. And I know a lot of you think that there's some sort of other secret, but if you're poor, the bank doesn't want to anything to do with you. They want people who have money but are kind of bad at managing it, right? Kind of bad. Okay. So, this is what we're gonna do, assuming we had a line of credit, and we're gonna sum this up. So this is gonna be 35, 8, 15, 27, 30, and I'm gonna sum this up. So this is $115,000 of credit cards. So let's start off with the credit cards first. So this is 5 credit cards. And if we move 115,000 here, right? Balance transfers, assume we just kind of did a balance transfer. Well, let's go here. So this, and guess what happens to payments? Well, they all turn to zero, right? So zero, 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 zero. And then we magically went from -$7.96 to $2,644.54. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? That's so amazing. In fact, I make the same video every single time about this, almost the same video, right? Almost. All right. So let's go ahead and do this and do the next month's balance. So here's the last step of this is that you put your entire paycheck, the $7,100 into the line of credit, take your expenses out, and then rinse and repeat over and over again. So after every single month, the balance of the line of credit should go down by $2,644.54. And then we're gonna pay some change with some interest. Okay. So let's go ahead and do this. And so to get the next month's balance is based on the previous month's balance plus the previous month's interest minus our cash flow, which is 2644.54. And then we're going to go ahead and take the average daily balance. So let's go ahead and do that. Multiply it by the interest rate, 0.08, and then divide it by 12. All right, let's go ahead and do that. And then we see after every single month, the balance of the whatchamacallit line of credit is going down, 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 down. Okay. And so now we see right here in 52 months, it is all paid off. All that credit card debt, we paid off 115,000 in 52 months. Isn't that simple? That was really simple. Now, what we do is we take a look at our loan calculators. So what we do is we just kind of go here and I'm going to do this, and then we're going to reset all of this. And so luckily, this loan calculator allows us to see the balance of the loans that we have after a certain month, right? So we put in the auto loans, student loans, and the mortgage, and this is probably, I got to put student loan too. And let me just do that right here. Okay, so let's go ahead and pay off these loans, move them to the line of credit, and look how much cash flow we get back. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste, Control V, and I'm going to do this. And then so now the balance of the loan or the loans, yeah, the loans that we're moving to the line of credit is about $6,100. So let's go ahead and do this right here. $6,100, and I'm going to do this right here, plus 6162.85, and whew, I don't even need the extra cash flow, and I'll pay it off, but it's okay. Get the extra cash flow here, 0, and then now we get an extra, I don't know, $700 of cash flow, and then our cash flow is about $3,428.04. Okay, and so now I'm just going to go here, and then we're going to update our cash flow right here. Okay, update our cash flow, which is minus 3428.04. Okay, and then we see that in 2 months, wow, it's paid off. That was so quick. All right, so now 4 months, everything's paid off. So let's go ahead and do it. And I don't do what? I don't know. Let's just do it. All right, so 54 months. And then this is going to be 115 plus 20 plus 22, which is going to be 157K. All right, so now 54 months. This is going to be 0, 0, and then we're going to do 54, 54, 54. So if you don't know what order we use to pay off the debts, or the easiest way, I like to use the cash flow index. So all it is a arbitrary formula where you get the balance of the loan and you divide it by the monthly payment, and then it spits out a number. And the lower the number, that's the one you want to pay off. So let's kind of think of it as a ranking system. And so now this is the lowest number. So let's go ahead and pay that off first. I don't have to move into the line of credit. I could just do what we call the chunking method, right? Which is just taking a piece of the loan into the line of credit. So just kind of quick summary. If you see a huge interest rate difference, you want to probably go with the chunking method because it's very resistant to the interest rate. And one of the reasons why we even use an 8% line of credit is because we don't want to segregate our income, which is how we got here in the first place. This is how she got there in the first place. She segregated her income. You know what's crazy? Okay, in one of her other videos, let's take a look at this, right?
We have our first.
Okay. Intuit Credit Karma was like, yes, girl, congrats, keep going. And you know what their agenda is? They want her to apply for another credit card once she's paid off some of her debt. Sinister, right? Sinister. All right, so great job. I'm following you because I'm in the same boat. A nurse trying to pay off her debt. You know, if I were really smart, I would just like create a YouTube channel called Velocity Banking for Nurses because they got money and then they can pay me the money to help them pay off their debt. I don't know. Might be a good idea. Or doctors. Just target doctors, nurses, possibly accountants. Accountants. I know an accountant. In fact, I know two. Anyways, all right. Look at this. We paid off almost $400 of stupid buy now, pay later. Yay, 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 yay. It's funny because we get excited about paying off $400, but we paid off 157,000 relatively quickly by not saving money. Isn't that crazy? By not saving money. Yeah. Okay, so let's keep going. And now we got to pay off the student loan. So let's go ahead and chunk it. So what does chunking mean? Or how much do we have right now? 28,000. And how much do we make? So we're just going to move about $8,000 of this into the line of credit, right? So it's actually, we're not moving it to line of credit. We're taking out a line of credit and then paying it off, but we'll just, it's kind of like moving into the line of credit. So plus 8000, right? And then you just kind of rinse and repeat again, right? And then do it a couple of times and you pay it off relatively quickly. And I am going to open up the Velocity Banking Calculator. Give me one moment. All right, here we go. We've opened up the Velocity Banking Calculator. And if you don't know what this is a calculator provided by Renatus. So full disclosure, I'm an independent contracting marketer of Renatus, meaning that I sell the education and I also get commissions. So if you buy from me from the form down below, and not only do you want to learn about velocity banking, but up your other game with other stuff, financial literacy, real estate investing, go ahead and do it. Click the Google form link below. All right, so now let's go ahead and go to, where are we? Right here. So we're just gonna fill in the details. So 45,000 at 10 years, and what's the payment amount? 499.59. Interest rate is 6%, and then the current balance is, what is there? 28025.62. 28025. And then the balance, or the living expenses, is everything except for the loan we're trying to pay off. So let me just kind of go right here. And I'm going to just do these three, right? So let's just go ahead and do that. Sum it up. And then it's going to be 3172.37. So 3172.37. And so now this gets paid off in 0.6 years. So let's go ahead and do that. Add that to our paid off. So this is now 0. So it's 54 plus 0.6 times 12. So that's 62 months, right? So 62 months, and then it's 157 plus 45, and 202K. And now the next one is the student loan. This student loan at 62 months. So I'm going to do this right here. So this is 0, this is 62, 62, right? And then just fill in the details. That's why I love this calculator. So I could just feel comfortable dumping all my money into the line of credit. And so let's take this. This is 3. And this is going to be 7811.06. So 7811.06. What's the original balance? It's 15 grand. Whoopsie, I can't even. And then the payment amount is 144.84. And then the living expenses is everything except for the loan we're trying to pay off. So it'd be just these two. So let's just go ahead and copy and paste. Let's sum it up. 3027.53. 3027.53. And then paid off in 0.2 years. Sweet. So it's 62 plus 0.2 times 12. 62 plus 0.2 times 2 times 12. No, not 23. What am I doing? Times 12. Okay. So 65 months, right? 65 months. It's all paid off. And right, so now this is 0. Okay. And then so it's 202 plus 227 equals 202 plus 15, and actually 217. I can't even do math. That's why I got Excel, folks, because I don't have to think. All right. Okay, so now this is going to be, oh, this is the last one. My bad. I can't even think. All right. So now let's go ahead and do the mortgage at 65 months. So this is going to be 65. This is going to be 0. And now I just got to fill in the details, which is 2100, right? Nurse Kayla, 2100. You could be my sugar mama. Okay, let's do it. 30 years. What's the payment amount? Which is 193,390.29. 193,390.29. Interest rate is 3% at 30 years. What's the current 220,000? And then the current balance is 193,390.29. 193,390.29. And then ta-da! Paid off never. Did I screw up somewhere? Oh, it's the payment amount. I screwed up on the payment amount. Oh, look at that. Okay. 927.53. 927.53. All right, so 3.5 years. 3.5 years. It is paid off. So it's 62 divided by 12 plus 3.5. So 8.6 years. And then how much is paid off? Plus 220. So 4, so equals 202 plus 220 equals 422. 422. 422K. Yay! All right, awesome. So we paid it all off. Look how easy that was. Oh my goodness. So easy. Okay. Well, that's it for today, folks. Remember, bank's best customer is people who have money but are kind of bad at managing it. So if you're a nurse and you're excited about paying $400 worth of loans, it's probably why Intuit Credit Karma is hitting you up. All right. Well, that's it for today. Have a great day, and I'll see you all on the next video.